You know, a lot of questions come to mind when thinking about clouds, so I'll answer a few for you. Let's start with the most basic. What are clouds? A cloud is a large collection of very tiny droplets of water or ice crystals. The droplets are so small and light that they can float in the air. Something else you might ask are, how are clouds formed? All air contains water, but near the ground it usually is the form of an invisible gas called water vapor. When warm air rises, it expands and cools. So cool air can't hold as much water vapor as warm air, so some of the vapor condenses into tiny pieces of dust that are floating into the air, and that forms a tiny droplet around each dust particle. When billions of these droplets come together, they become a visible cloud. Here's a diagram of the four main clouds we are going to look at in class. We'll start at the top of our diagram, where we'll find the cirrus clouds. Here's a picture of the cirrus clouds. They are most common of the high clouds. They are composed of ice and are thin, wispy clouds blown in high winds into long streamers. Cirrus clouds are usually white and predict fair to pleasant weather. By watching the movement of cirrus clouds, you can tell from which direction weather is approaching. When you see cirrus clouds, it usually indicates that a change in the weather will occur within 24 hours. Here's another picture of cirrus clouds. This was taken from a plane. You can really tell how thin and wispy they are from this picture. The next clouds we're going to look at are the cumulonimbus clouds. These clouds are also known as thunderstorm clouds. High winds can flatten the top of the cloud into an anvil-like shape. Cumulonimbus clouds are associated with heavy rain, snow, hail, lightning, and even tornadoes. The anvil usually points in the direction the storm is moving. Here in New York, these clouds usually bring heavy rain, snow, hail, lightning, but no tornadoes. The next cloud we're going to look at is the cumulus cloud. Cumulus clouds are white, puffy clouds that look like pieces of floating cotton. Cumulus clouds are often called fair weather clouds. The base of each cloud is flat, and the top of each cloud has rounded towers. When the top of the cumulus clouds resemble the head of a cauliflower, it is called cumulus congestus, or towering cumulus. These clouds can grow upward and can develop into giant clouds, which are thunderstorm clouds. These puffy clouds are usually what every cloud starts off as. What determines if it changes is the warm air rising and the cold air decreasing. These clouds are probably the most common to see here in New York. The last cloud we're going to look at is called the stratus cloud. Stratus clouds are uniform grayish clouds that often cover the entire sky. They resemble fog that doesn't reach the ground. Light mist or drizzle sometimes falls out of these types of clouds. When you hear the weather in the morning and you hear the weatherman say it's going to be a cloudy day, it's usually due to these stratus clouds. Now there are other types of clouds, but they're just other variations of the four we went over. Here's a diagram that separates the clouds based on low, middle, or high. They each have different elevation levels. Now I'm sure you still have some more questions about clouds, so I'll answer a few more for you. So why are clouds white? They're white because they reflect the light off the sun. Light is made up of colors of the rainbow, and when you add them all together, you get white. The sun appears a yellow color because it sends out more yellow light than any other color. Clouds reflect all the colors the exact same amount, so they look white. Some of you might be wondering, how do clouds move? Well, they move with the wind. High cirrus clouds are pushed along by the jet stream, sometimes traveling at more than 100 miles per hour. When clouds are part of a thunderstorm, they usually travel at 30 to 40 miles per hour. Now that we're all experts on clouds, we're going to be able to create our own.